evening slowly, neon reflections on the rain. Windows glow like paper lanterns, calling strangers by their names. Sidewalk cafes stayed half open, music drifting through the air. People laughing without urgency, like the night would always stay there. I arrive with my old guitar and pockets full of passing days. Another wandering desperado who knew departures better than names. Then across the rooftop silence, a melody cut through the blue, and somehow all the moving lights started feeling new. I've crossed too many seasons, I've learned not to hold on, but certain evenings don't ask permission, they quietly belong. Neon breeze and paper moons floating over midnight streets. Every chord became lighter, every heartbeat found its beat. Neon breeze and paper moons, where the warm lights pulled me through, and for one impossible evening, the whole city felt like you. Stay a little longer before the morning comes. You sat beneath the hanging lanterns, watching reflections move below, listening like every silence had somewhere left to go. You asked me, do you ever get tired of always becoming a memory? I smiled, that depends. You looked up, on what? I looked at the guitar and answered, whether someone remembers the song. The road stayed soft and glowing, the bass moved smooth and low. The shaker danced around the rhythm like waves that never slowed. The electric guitar kept singing small melodies between the air, and suddenly all my old directions didn't matter there. Maybe freedom isn't movement, maybe freedom is finding one place that doesn't ask you to leave. Neon breeze and paper moons floating over midnight streets. Every chord became lighter, every heartbeat found its beat. Neon breeze and paper moons, where the warm lights pulled me through, and for one impossible evening, the whole city felt like you. Stay a little longer before the morning comes. If tonight disappeared tomorrow, I looked at the quiet cafes, the fading lights, the soft wind, then answered, it won't. Because beautiful evenings don't disappear, they become songs. Neon breeze and paper moons still shining in my mind, like reflections on wet pavement. this evening, returning me to you. Returning me to you. The lights became reflections, the night became blue, but somewhere beneath those paper moons, I left this song with you. I left this song with you. I left this song with you. Sapphire colors across the rooftops and the sea. The city moved without a hurry, like it had nowhere else to be. Small cafes lit their windows, soft reflections on the stone. Every table held old stories, but nobody sat alone. I arrived with my old guitar and wrote stitched into my hands, another wandering desperado, never making longer plans. Then the saxophone rose softly above the conversations below, like something I had lost years earlier, returning in a slower glow. Trusted maps, I've trusted movement, I've trusted horizons I couldn't hold. But some melodies arrive quietly and suddenly feel old. Sapphire skies and slow goodbyes under lanterns burning low. Every note became a memory, too beautiful to let go. Sapphire skies and slow goodbyes, where the warm wind crossed the sea. And for one impossible evening, the road forgot about me. Stay a while before the night turns blue. You sat beside the open window, watching lights drift on the bay, listening with quiet attention, like music had something to say. You asked me, do musicians ever stop running? I smiled and answered, they call it touring. You laughed, no, I mean inside. The guitar answered for me. Soft chords, small pauses, no words. The bass moved underneath the evening, like waves beneath a boat. The soprano sax climbed higher, like things I never wrote. The brushes stayed in motion, the triangle caught the air, and suddenly the whole wide world felt smaller there. Maybe freedom isn't distance, maybe freedom sounds like this. One night without needing to leave. Sapphire skies and slow goodbyes under lanterns burning low. Every note became a memory, too beautiful to let go. Sapphire skies and slow goodbyes, where the warm wind crossed the sea. peaceful evening, the road forgot about me. Stay a while before the night turns blue. Electric guitar sings in gentle phrases. Soprano sax answers with long airy notes. Bass glides beneath the harmony. The rhythm never stops moving. You asked, when this song ends, what happens next? I looked toward the ocean and quietly said, I don't know. Then after a pause, but maybe I don't have to know tonight. Because some evenings don't ask for answers, only presence. Sapphire skies and slow goodbyes, still glowing in my soul, like reflections on still water, making restless spirits whole. Sapphire skies and slow goodbyes. If these roads return someday, leave one chair beside the window, and I'll find my way. When the final note grows distant and the stars fade out of view, I'll still hear the saxophone leading me to you. I'll still hear the saxophone leading me to you. Evening arrived without warning, painting gold across the river bend. The city opened all its windows like it expected old friends again. Street lights stretched along the water, reflections moving with the tide. People talked in soft conversations and left their worries outside. I arrived carrying my old guitar and songs worn smooth by years. Another wandering desperado learning to disappear. Then the flute rose over the rooftops, light and impossible to hold. And suddenly the moving city started feeling less alone. I've trusted trains, I've trusted seasons, I've trusted roads with borrowed names. But some melodies appear quietly and never leave again. Lanterns floating to Rio Azul, drifting softly through the night. Every chord became a postcard, every shadow turned to light. Lanterns floating to Rio Azul, where the river carried through. And for one impossible evening, every song returned to you. Stay right here before the stars grow thin. You sat sat beside the river railing, watching reflections lose their shape, listening like the smallest moments were the only things worth saving. You asked me, do travelers ever stop looking back? I smiled, only when they finally look around. The guitar answered in soft colors, the flute climbed through the evening sky, the bass kept holding every heartbeat like it already knew why. Brushes painted moving circles, the rim shots counted passing time, and somehow all my old directions stopped feeling entirely mine. Maybe freedom isn't movement, maybe freedom is staying long enough to hear the second verse. Lanterns floating to Rio Azul, drifting softly through the night. Every chord became a postcard, every shadow turned to light. Lanterns floating to Rio Azul, where the river carried through. And for one impossible evening, every song returned to you. Stay right here before the stars grow thin. This evening becomes memory, what remains? I looked at the lanterns, the river, the quiet tables, then answered, the parts we keep singing, because places fade, but songs remember. Lanterns floating to Rio Azul, still shining in my soul, like moonlight crossing calm water, making restless stories whole. Lanterns floating to Rio Azul, if these roads return someday, leave one light beside the river, and I'll remember the way. When the final note falls softly and the night turns silver blue, I'll still hear the flute carrying me to you. Ooh, carrying me to you. The river kept on moving, but the night stayed true. And somewhere beyond the lanterns, I left this song with you. I left this song with you. Rua do Sol was dressed in amber, soft reflections on the street. The cafe's open to the evening and invited passing dreams to speak. People laughed without direction, wine glasses caught the light, like nobody had plans tomorrow, only this one perfect night. I arrived carrying my old guitar and years I never named, another drifting desperado who never stayed too long in one place. Then somewhere through the city colors, between warm lamps and quiet skies, distance and met me in your eyes. I followed roads that promised freedom, I followed stars that disappeared. But some moments don't ask permission, they simply stay. Velvet evenings on Rua do Sol, where the world moves soft and slow. Every rhythm became lighter, every shadow let me go. Velvet evenings on Rua do Sol, where the night turned golden blue. And for one impossible evening, every song became about you. Stay a little longer before the lights grow dim. You sat beside the open window, listening more than speaking back, like you already knew the language of people carrying old maps. You asked me, do musicians ever get tired of saying goodbye? I looked at my guitar, then smiled, only when someone makes them stay. The roads floated through the silence, the electric guitar climbed above. The bass carried every heartbeat like it understood love. The shaker held the city together, the rim shot marked the passing time. And suddenly all my old directions stopped feeling like mine. Maybe every wandering heart eventually learns not every destination needs a distance. Velvet evenings on Rua do Sol, where the world moves soft and slow. Every rhythm became lighter, every shadow let me go. Velvet evenings on Rua do Sol, where the night turned gold and blue. And for one impossible evening, every song became about you. Stay a little longer before the lights grow dim. Will you remember this? I looked outside, streetlights, quiet tables, the last warm breeze. Then answered, I remember songs, and this feels like one. Because some evenings don't become memories, they become places inside you. Velvet evenings on Rua do Sol, still glowing in my soul, like city lights on calm water, making restless stories whole. Velvet evenings on Rua do Sol, if these roads return someday, leave one chair beside the window and I'll find my way. When the final chord fades slowly and the stars fall out of view, I'll still hear this evening leading me to you. The city turned to silence, but the night stayed true. And somewhere on Rua do Sol, I left this song with you.